All right, viewers and subscribers, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in again to another one here on the coach's desk. We appreciate you being here and we tell you thanks. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, people, we just want to talk about a few things in this one, and it has to do with Asafa Powell and some public statements that he made in regards to his sons. Right. Also, before we jump into that, I want to see where Shelly go on with. Yeah, man, Shelly go on a bag of things Zion sports day, I'm telling you, you see, Shelly and Fraser Price, she's very competitive, right? And it doesn't matter where she lines up, it doesn't matter who she lines up against, you're gonna get 100% of Shelly and Fraser Price once she starts that race. So big up to Shelly. You don't know Zion champion boy as usual. You don't know we see Jason pull the we call us something there again, the tug of war, and them represent this year, as you may say. So now back to the Asafa situation, people. I mean, before I get into it, Asafa is one of the most loved athletes in Jamaica, I believe. Separate and apart, especially on the male side, separate and apart from Shelly and Fraser Price. Asafa, even though Usain Bolt has done so many things for the country and for himself, of course, Asafa Powell is one of the most loved athletes ever in Jamaica. Why? Because Asafa Powell would have, taken the track and field thing from where it was to where it is right now. So kudos to Asafa Powell on a tremendous job in terms of putting track and field on a different level from a male standpoint in Jamaica. So big up to Asafa on that. Asafa did well for himself, went to UTech, MVP. He basically set the tone for male sprinting right across the floor. Seeing, when you talk about textbook sprinting, you talk about Asafa Powell. Seeing, when you talk about farm teacher, you talk about Asafa Powell. You get what I say? So, kudos to Asafa Powell. Over the years, though, Asafa Powell has had, I would say, a big run-in with the public. Even though the public love Asafa, they would have been the same one that actually chastised Asafa. And this chastisement has come because whenever it's time for a world championship or Olympic games, that's when Asafa's injuries act upon him and he's not able to, give his 100% in those races because of injury concern. Many persons said that Asafa had a mental issue. He came out and said that it had to do with injuries. Injuries really derailed his career. But what persons have said before is that Asafa will be injured at a major championship, and then after the championship, he meet those same people again, and him win the money on the circuit. I believe Asafa pioneered the way, set the stage. He made a lot of money from track and field outside of the country. I think it was on the golden circuit and all of these things before Diamond League came into play. Asafa was making a whole lot of money on the circuit. What Asafa complains about, do you believe it is true? Of course. I think from the standpoint of Jamaica, where they would have invested in the athletes, that is true. Seen? So I know people are going to be chastising Asafa because he speaks his truth, but you have to look on it from his point of view. Yeah, he made a lot of money, but when it comes to the federation or the association and the country itself, they did not pour back into these athletes. He was wise investing real estate and stuff like that so that, he can have a legacy and a future. And he set the tone for his family. Get what I say? So the only thing I'm gonna like with Asafa, and is that he oftentimes find the negative of what persons say about him. Because Asafa, when you check it still, as me say, sometimes you not do well or to the expectation of the people because of injuries, but the people them still wrote for your brethren. Seeing? So I think, yeah, sometimes when the people them said to you hurt you, but you have to look upon it from this standpoint. Say, yo, you're a star, you're in the eyes of the public. Not everybody is going to be with you. I can even say this now, even probably you doing your YouTube right now. A lot of people talking trash in your comment section. What are you going to do? You're in the eyes of the public. You're a star. You get what I say? So you have to just brush aside the negative comments them, man. Because, I think persons have spoken positive about you. And I am not saying that you have never said it, but for me, I've never heard you say anything on the positive side of Jamaicans, celebrating you, be giving you ratings for, being the pioneer for this sprinting culture that we now have. Yeah. I agree with you. Jamaica is not a track and field nation. We have fast people. We have people that do well in the sport, and the people jump onto the wagon. So I agree with you on that. Now, on the matter of your sons representing the country, if things don't change, I would say, Asafa, go with your gut feeling. Because how this system is set up, how the federation is set up, for me, I don't think things will change. When you look at other countries, they are paid to do relays, they are paid to do this, they are paid to do this. Jamaica, I don't think they will change. So if your sons come up and they love the sport that much and they actually have a knack for it and they are going to follow the footstep of you, then it's your decision. Nobody can fight you for your decision, Asafa, and you are looking out for the best interests of your sons and your family. So I would say you make your decision and you don't even have to get the input of the public. Because remember, the public are going to talk. First thing them are going to say money are run down. But they don't know say money answered all things. What if you weren't smart and set up your money in a particular way where you can have to enjoy after retirement? So you can't really listen to the public every time, Asafa. And even if you listen to your public, it cannot be the negative that you react to all of the time. I know sometimes the human tendency tend to, shove the positive under the carpet or the rug and, you react to the negative because once it is something coming at you, you're going to put up your defense mode. You see me I say? But at the same time, you're a star in the public eyes, people are going to talk about you. Whether it is positive, whether it is negative. But you have to sift through and see how the thing go. You get what I say? Yeah, man. And at the end of the day, your decision to make your youths them run for the next country. Nobody can tell you that. You and your wife sit down and make that decision there, probably through the help of your other family members. But at the end of the day, the buck stops with you. To hell with what the fans will say. You have to appease you. You get to me, I say, I'm here to give Kishan the advice there. Kishan have to appease him. He have to run for him and not for the people. You get to me, I say? So you can take back the advice the way you give Asafa. Make a decision with your family. And no matter what people say, you get to me, I say? You don't know Asafa. Far away I come from, big up yourself, man. Until next time. Peace.